A current I flows in a long single layer solenoid with cross sectional radius R. So this is the cross section of the solenoid. The number of turns per unit length of a solenoid equals N. Find the limiting current at which the winding may rupture if the tensile strength of the wire is equal to F limited. So we are going to consider a small part of this wire. So this is the cross section of the solenoid, which consists of lots of wires. So of those lots of wires and lots of loops, we'll take just one loop, and of that one loop, we'll just take one small piece of the wire. So this is the radius of the solenoid, and if the angle is theta, the length of this small wire is r theta. So if you zoom this part, it will look like this. This is the small r, which is the cross-sectional radius of the wire itself. Capital R is the radius of the solenoid, small r is the radius of the wire, cross-sectional radius of the wire. And this distance is r theta. Now, we already know that from the previous question, we just derived that pressure on a solenoid element is mu naught n square I square by 2. So you can see that derivation, how we came here, how we achieved that in the previous question. So if this is the pressure, so we have considered this small section of the wire. So force is that pressure times area. So this is the pressure multiplied by area. So what is the area? What is the cross sectional area here? So it is 2r into r theta. So if you look from here, this will be a small rectangle along the diameter, and the area of that rectangle will be 2r into r theta. And that is the area on which this force dF is applied. So the pressure is, the force is pressure into this area. So pressure into area, pressure is this, area is 2r into r theta. Also the section is at rest. So there is some tension. The whole solenoid is being pushed outside. So there must be some tension in the wire which is holding it together. So as the section is at rest, this small section is at rest, the forces are balanced. So dF is up, and these two angles, these two forces, tensions, so they will be vector summed, and we will get dF is equal to 2t sin theta by 2. This can be simplified as d theta. So from 1 and 2, we got the same values of dF. So just equate both of them, and you will get the tension is equal to this value. Now small r is not given. So how we will resolve that is, if the length is 2r of this solenoid, then that is one wire. So if you look from the right side, or let's say, so this is the solenoid, and here the current is going inside. So if you see, this is 2r. So if length is 2r, then that is one wire. And if the length is 1 meter by unitary method, it will have 1 by 2r wires. And that is the definition of N, number of wires per unit length. So N is equal to 1 by 2r, which gives R is equal to 1 by 2N. So we'll put the value of R as 1 by 2N here, and the N is given in the question. So we simplify this, and we are given that the tension, maximum tension it can handle is F limited. So when T is F limited, the value of I will be this much. That is our answer. So once again, we took a small part of the wire, and we know the pressure on that wire. So force on that wire is pressure into area, and that is equal to, that force is equal to d theta. So by equating those two, we got rid of theta, and T in limiting case is given. So from that we got the maximum current I that can flow through it.